Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of an ink review. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Today we are looking at a red ink. This one is from Montegrappa. Montegrappa Red. Today's pen will be using the Jinhao 159 with a fine nib. Here is our ink comparison panel for the day. Kind of a pinky red, like a nice pinky red ink. Here's our ink swatch. Water resistance test shows you might not want to use this on the outside of an envelope for fear it may wash away. Here's our toilet paper chromatography. There is definitely some red and some pink in there. And here is our ink painting of the day. I've already pre-done some calligraphy. Excuse me. Spelt December wrong. Brilliant scientist. I wanted to see how this looked in a nib. I used my Osprey Chatoyant dip nib with a Hunt 101. Oh, this did excellent. So beautiful. Cannot even believe it. I feel just a bit phlegmy today. I hate to talk over a cough drop, but I think it's about time. Alright then. Let's put my finger cut on. Uh-oh. Time for a new finger cut. I sure got a good amount of, use out of these finger cuts. I didn't think I would at first. Alright, let's do some paper review, shall we? This is the Pen and Gear Memo book from Walmart.com. There is no feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Just see. Okay, that looks good. Most excellent. Alright, this is lightweight traveler's notebook paper. No feathering. A little tiny bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Super lightweight traveler's notebook paper. No feathering. Normal amount of ghosting for this paper. This is Moleskin 70 GSM. A little bit of feathering. Bled to the page. Field Notes Journal. A little bit of spread. A little bit of bleeding. A Yush 100 GSM paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. 52 GSM, Tomoe. Oh, sorry, this is Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. There's some feathering. And no bleeding, no ghosting. That's good. Alright. This is Leuchtturm 1917. No feathering. A little bit of ghosting. Midori MD paper. No feathering. A little bit of ghosting. 52 GSM Tomoe Reverse Schmutz, that one. No feathering. A little bit of ghosting. Cosmo Airlight 75 GSM. No feathering. A little bit of ghosting. Office Depot Office Max paper. A little bit of feathering. Blood to the page. The Jot Journal from the Dollar Tree. Hi, Obs. How are you doing today? A little bit of feathering. A little bit of bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. This is CVS Caliber Soft Journal. Having a little bit of frog in my throat. Other than that, I'm doing well. A little bit of feathering. A little bit of bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. Clairefontaine 90 GSM. A little bit of feathering. A little bit of bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. Marmon, Namosine 80 GSM Dark Red. A little bit of feathering. A little bit of bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. Oxford Optic Paper 90 GSM. A little bit of feathering. Bleeding and ghosting. Too bad. Exceed 100 GSM Heavyweight Paper from Walmart.com. A little bit of feathering. Bleeding and ghosting. This is Archer and Olive notebook paper. A little bit of spread. No bleeding, no ghosting. Up and Up Wide World composition book from Target.com. A little bit of feathering. Bleeding and ghosting. True Red composition book from Staples.com. A little bit of feathering. Bleeding and ghosting. Apica 81.4 GSM. A little bit of spread. Heavy ghosting. A little bit of bleeding. Gosh, for being... I don't even know how much this ink costs. Let me see. Oops, I just realized. Before I go any further, I'm going to share this with our friends so that they can come and hang out with us too. At this time, I would encourage you to share this with your friends so that they can also come and hang out with us too. Twitter. Share to the Reddit. The internet is running very slow today. Either that or my computer needs to be fragmented. Defragmented, that is. Which is a possibility. Oh, I was gonna look up how much does this ink cost. Montegrappa Ink Red ink. $20 for how many milliliters or ounces? 50 ml bottle. $20 for 50 ml bottle. Not that great of a price. Okay, well, don't. Okay. Alright, this is Pelican Red. Barely any feathering. A little bit of ghosting. Sun's on Tomaway River. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Then Nanami 7C 68 GSM Tomaway River. No feathering, barely any ghosting. Use style notebook paper. Feather like a chicken. Bled to the page. CVS caliber notebook paper. No feathering. No bleeding, no ghosting. Oxford notebook paper. No feathering. No bleeding, no ghosting. 5-star Mead notebook paper. Feather like a chicken. Bled to the page. Henninger heavyweight notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. A little bit of feathering. A little bit of heavy ghosting. Aqua B cross-section pad. A little bit of feathering. A little bit of bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. The JNB Copper Plate Graph Pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. A little bit of spread. Bled through the page. Oops, bled through the page. Rhodia Dot Pad 80 GSM. No feathering. No bleeding. Barely any ghosting. And Original Crown Mill 100 GSM paper. Feather like a chicken. Bled through the page. Well, that's a darn shame, I must say. Because you would think that they would get it after having pen company for so long. Okay, let's take a look at a comparison panel between these two inks. This is Montegrappa Red next to Maple Leaf, Celebration, Tulip, Oriental Red, Spiced Apple. No, none of these are even close. This might actually be a pink ink. Burgundy might be getting kind of close. Primary red is not really close. God, this is looking pink to me. Gosh. Valentine Red is kind of close. Sailor Aurori's kind of close. Aka Red. Florentine Red is kind of close. Crimson is kind of close. Poinsettia is darker. this is definitely a pink ink. Now that I'm looking at these all side by side, Felicity Glistening is kind of close. Gosh. These are all pretty far into left field. Let's just take a peek at some pink inks to see if we can find a match. Why is this even in there? Gosh, this one's like smack dab in the middle, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Star Ruby is kind of close. It's still off into right field, though. Autumn and Rose is getting kind of close. Jeez. This one is like smack dab in the middle between red and pink. Felicity Glistening is kind of close. That's it. Wow, I never thought I would come across an ink that's right smack dab in the middle between red and pink. Green and blue and purple, yeah, but wow. Well, what did you guys think about today's ink? I don't know what color this is either. What did you guys think about today's ink? Do you have this ink? Are you thinking thoughts about getting this ink? Let me know in the comment section below. That's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Check out my new website. Join the calligraphy class. Join our Discord. If you'd like to save 10% off, click the link in the description to save yourself 10% off on Pen Boutique. And I will be back very soon with another video. So, take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.